like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh. Bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stretch. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab from man. When it come back, I'ma get back, my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go! 60 or.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 29-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check, 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 check. Check 24, check 24. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hey, switch hands.
They'll run. This is Kamara. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get the ball. Ready?
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, high 7.
Bang, 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 bang. Check 99. Check
5.
Now Kamara. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, dude. Get it.
2nd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 16-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey.
Out. 3 down. Out.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 4. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Got it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So we raised the flag. They declined it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A 71-yard punt return. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over, so that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A give to Kamara running right. Kamara's got the first down and then some. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, check 24, check 24.
21-0 our score after 1.
Check 52, check 37, check 37. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Ready to break.
59 Mike, check 59. All day, every day, any day. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Kill. Let's go.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun now on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Yep.
Check, 59.
On the ball. Defense.
A 10th carry for Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man to the NFL in terms of receiving. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Bengals grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? Past the 20, 10, 5, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. And he's loose again. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His second return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they ought to think about not kicking him.
Yeah, they might want to go away from him in the future.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. Hutchins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. There's Tressway now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Mike is 59. Protein spill.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. On the ground, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On the ground, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Alert flare. Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we usually think...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Nothing in that first half. Nothing on the last drive. But they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Set, 8, read. Check 59. Woo-hoo.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Looking
to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 54 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
59. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Don't get nervous.
Ready?
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Let's go. First and 10 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. 5.
Mixon with a first down carry. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, folks, the run to history is on. Certainly something the whole NFL is watching. He is in sight of Emmitt Smith's all-time rushing record of 18,355 yards.
How about this? Still in the first half, man. All right, so there's a lot of ball left to be played. Here's the problem I'm going to have. I don't want to violate the rules of being an analyst. It's your call to make, but you're going to need a seatbelt to hold me down when he makes that carry that looks like it's going to break the record.
Don't leave your couch. It's coming. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, Barber. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Once again, it's Barber. Oh, Barber loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 2-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, Charlie. Deep rip.
Now Joe Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Watch twist. General West. Hatch it.
Hey, seam 6.
Tighten up.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Haywood. Fire.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get it.
On 1st down, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
At the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Come on, set. 15 line. Shoot.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine.